My name is Anko Pish, and I want to welcome you to my channel. I'm a journalist, and my interests are in current affairs, politics and public finance, and anything in between. Now, today, the topic for today, I want to explain to you about the political genius of William Samoei Ruto, who is our president, and the ramifications, for this kind of a scenario that you find ourselves in. Now, why do I call Ruto a political genius? Because the simple reason is because Ruto is succeeding in doing things that we did not expect him to do. Actually, political-wise, is more a success than two of his successors, Uhuru Kenyatta and Mwai Kibaki. Now, to become a political, genius in Africa, you need to know one fundamental truth about poor people, because Africa is a continent of poor people. We are the majority, the poor. And the fundamental truth about, the first fundamental truth about poor people is that they don't need money. Poor people don't need money. Poor people need opium. That is what President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi gave us. Moi ruled for 24 years. It was a disaster, economic-wise. In every level, in every area of our body politic, Moi was a disaster. And yet he ruled for 24 years. And even when he was going away, and even today, some people think Moi was good because Moi never gave people money. Moi gave people opium. The first thing you have to do is to know what these people like. It is for the same reason that they become religious, because Africa is a place of religion. Actually, it's the most religious place in the world. People like that opium. They like feeling good. They don't like good things. No, they just want feeling good. Now, to accomplish this, you must bring yourself to their level. That is why William Ruto started by branding himself a hustler. Now, William Ruto is not a hustler. Actually, the guy has never been a hustler. William Ruto was the secretary of Kano, Youth for Kano 92. William Ruto became a millionaire while still at the University of Nairobi. He was the secretary for Youth for Kano 92, and that is when money was printed, and they were given this money. We still call the 500 shilling note Jirongo, because Jirongo was the chairman of this outfit. Ruto was the secretary. These people became millionaires, if not billionaires, when they were around 24 years old, 25 years old. Ruto has never been a hustler. To succeed as a political genius, you must lie to people. You must lie to people. You also must make yourself what you call a professional politician. Ruto has never been involved in any gainful economic activity. In fact, even when he was establishing his flagship business, which is a Western Hotel, he had to grab land. The guy doesn't know how to do things straight. He's a professional politician. Moi was a teacher, but Moi became a professional politician when he became the president. And he used to call himself actually the professor of politics. Ruto actually is also a professor of politics. If you want to become the professor of politics, I'm giving you the ABCD of becoming the professor of politics or a political genius in Africa. You must break the people. Moi used to do this by, torture, all kind of things, instilling fear in people. Ruto cannot do that. Ruto is doing it through taxes. Make the people poor. If you get a bunch of poor people, you make them more poorer, they adore you. Actually, the more miserable you make them to be, the more they will run towards you. Let me give you an example. Kibaki was the first president in Kenya to come with policies of removing poor people from poverty. What did we do? We hated him. Actually, in 2007, Kibaki was voted out. I believe, I was a reporter in the newsroom. I think Odinga, Raila, won, we hated Kibaki because Kibaki did not give us opium. Hakutupatia bangi. Kibaki gave us only money. Kibaki opened up the banks. You know, before Mwai Kibaki, you had to have 10,000 shillings. 10,000 shillings in 1999 when I opened my account at Barclays, which is Absa Bank. Actually, 10,000 those days was worth about 45,000 today. Imagine you have to have 45,000, and I was at 25 years old. You need 45,000 to open a bank account, and you need somebody to introduce you. Now you are just coming out of college, you just left university. Where are you going to get somebody to recommend you? You know, but when Kibaki came, he liberalized banking, the banking sector. He licensed local banks, and he gave them conditions, let the people open accounts without any money, and let the people borrow money even without collateral. And that is when we saw for the first time banks moving. Actually, every bank had a desk out of the banking on right there on the streets, trying to entice people, come and take the money. That was Mwai Kibaki. Mwai Kibaki gave us money. There was a tremendous profusion of new wealth when Mwai Kibaki became the president, and we hated him. We hated him. We wanted opium. We didn't want money. Ruto knows how to deal with poor people. Ruto is giving people what they need. No, that is opium. And Ruto is going to get a second term. I believe so, because now let's go to, I'm giving you the ABC. Let's go to the third point. You bribe the opposition. During Moi's time, after every election, there will be defections, mass defections. That is what Ruto is doing. You know, ODM now, there is no party called ODM. We have ODM A and ODM B. ODM B is the party of people like Jalango. Even John Bandi, the chairman of ODM, is not going to Raila's rallies. You know, these guys have been, you know, coming. We have a system whereby we are importing everything duty-free, and what the government is doing is giving MPs incentives. You know, you can import anything you want duty-free, sell it, get the profit, but they are killing economy in the name of survival. That is what Moi used to do. He killed Kenya to survive. Ruto now is doing the same thing, tax the people to their bonds, bring in things that we can manufacture, you know, soaps, you know, cooking oil, you know, even the cigarettes, even soft drinks, even things that we do on a daily basis like toilet paper, they are now coming duty-free. That means companies are firing people, and they are firing the poor. People who work in factories are poor people. They are the ones who are being fired, and they are the ones who are singing praises to William Ruto, the political genius. Now, number 4, if you want to survive as a political genius, you have to blame somebody. Moi used to blame the white people. He used to blame the Westerns. Moi always used to talk about the African dignity. You know, let Africans be poor. Moi always used to blame somebody. Let me take you further afield. We have this guy, Yoweri Museveni. He has been the president now for almost 40 years in Uganda. When he took over Uganda was in the East African region, the entire East African region, Uganda was number 2 from Kenya in terms of GDP per capita. Now, Uganda has already been overtaken by Ethiopia, it has been overtaken by Tanzania, and it has recently been overtaken by even Rwanda. And within 10 years, if we go by the same trend, Burundi and South Sudan might also overtake Uganda. Museveni has turned Uganda into a banana republic, and yet the people love him because Museveni gives the people opium. He doesn't give them money. During the elections, Museveni gives them an enemy. You know, lesbians, homosexuals, they're supporting the opposition. And when an African hears about a lesbian, or homosexual, somebody who is gay, he goes bananas and turns to Museveni. You know, the same thing Ruto is doing. When Ruto wanted to increase taxes, he went around blaming Uhuru Kenyatta and Mama Ngina. You know, normally, he knows, people, we are always envious. Actually, we even hate the super rich. So Ruto gives you, he is raising taxes on you, but he blames it. Oh, Mama Ngina is not paying taxes. Uhuru Kenyatta is not paying. If Mama Ngina pays all her taxes, Kenya cannot be rich by even 2 million shillings per month. And yet, he's taxing you. You know, that is the ABCD of becoming a political genius in Kenya. Make the people desperate. Buy the political opposition. Give them an enemy. Poor people will follow you. And even in the next election, Ruto might win by 70% because he gave people what they need. He took away money from them. He gave them opium. My name is Anko Pish. I'll continue giving you more news. I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. It's a new channel. I'll be giving you news on a daily basis on those three subjects: current affairs, economics, what I call public finance, and also on politics. Bye for now.